decided to come out and check out that skateboard park that my friend Cody told me about. I'm not going to do anything too dangerous though, since I am woefully unprepared to do anything even vaguely difficult. Guys that are good at skating make it look way easier than it actually is. Hashtag when you have 5 batteries for your GoPro and none of them are charged. I was gonna get a couple of action shots with the GoPro before I left, but I don't have batteries for it. Okay, one last go before I leave. And that's gonna be it. Now it seems to be like a trend recently for YouTubers to eat their food in front of the camera like, hey, well, I need to go ahead and eat my lunch now. Should I follow that trend?
Hey, what can I get started for you?
Can I get a large frappe latte?
Yeah, absolutely.
We actually had to wake up at 4 this morning because we have to go to a doctor's appointment like 3 hours away. Because if you didn't know, I actually have a special needs daughter and we are going to get a second opinion on a trach and a bunch of other things. I think we also have a neurology appointment. Go back and watch my earliest videos if you'd like to know more about this. That's not really what this video is about, but that's basically what we're going to be doing while making this video. We had to wake up no less than an hour before we have to leave because we have a lot of stuff that we need to get ready. In fact, so much that I don't have time to vlog it. This is what we actually have to take with us on just a day trip. That and that. And we're all packed up, but that's not actually what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk about the question of, does gear really matter? And I know there's two sides of this subject. There's the one side that says gear doesn't matter, you can make amazing content on your smartphone. And then there's the other side that says no, gear does matter. And even amongst those people, there's actually multiple subsets of the gear does matter crowd. There's the people who say gear does matter. You cannot, with your iPhone, get the exact same look as an Arri Alexa LF. And they're right. But then there was this other guy that I was watching recently, and he was talking about how after using the same gear over and over and over again for hundreds of videos, that he's gotten bored, and he doesn't have that thrill of content creation, and so trying a new camera with new limitations and new abilities that this other camera didn't have, it made him excited to get out and film again. And that's another part of, yeah, gear does actually matter. But that's not what I want to talk about. What I actually want to talk about gear actually mattering, is mattering a what? About how gear actually matters is that you need to use the gear that you're actually going to use. Like, for example, right here, I'm in a busy hospital. I don't want to be whipping out my big camera right now, and so using my phone is perfectly acceptable. And that's a big thing about the fact that gear does matter, is it's not necessarily like the quality, like you need to get amazing quality, or the opposite side that says quality doesn't matter as long as you capture it, is sort of somewhere in between where, yes, gear matters and you need to get the gear that you're actually going to use and want to use. And now after 8 exhausting hours at the hospital, we're finally going home. We decided to go ahead and just get supper out since it's gonna be super late by the time we get home. But I wanted to talk to you more about what I meant there at the hospital about gear mattering and yet not mattering. Thank you. Have a good day. See, the important thing about making content, the most important thing is actually making content. And so making sure that the gear that you have is gear that you actually want to use is really important. Because the thing is if I was doing vlogs with just my phone, it would have ended so fast. I would have never continued. Because I just value the quality of cameras like the M50 so much more than cell phone cameras. But my wife and I met this girl while we were on our anniversary trip, and she was vlogging with a little point and shoot. And at first I was like, man, I don't know why people still use little point and shoot cameras that aren't that good of quality for stuff like vlogging when we have much better options, until I saw her turn it off and put it back into her purse, and I realized that she was able to carry it around and be so much more spontaneous than I could with the M50 and the microphone and the GorillaPod and everything that I use to vlog on my channel. And I realized that there are benefits to not always having big professional camera setups. And then you look at even people like Cody Warner, who normally uses a GH5 at 4K 60 or 1080p 120, all these really nice specs out of a camera. But then when he got his GoPro Hero 7, he started doing more videos with his GoPro. And like, I would see it and I'd be like, why is he doing that with the GoPro? Why not use the GH5? And then I looked at the scenarios that he was doing it in, and I realized that it was all areas where it was way more convenient for him to use the GoPro than whip out his GH5 rig. And I really came to understand that it's not just value in quality or not caring about quality, but it's the value of getting gear and using gear that makes it easier to create the content that you create, whether that's your phone, or whether that's a point and shoot camera, or whether that's an M50 or a GH5 or a C200. The gear that you should get is the gear that, for one, makes it easier to do the content that you're trying to make, and two, makes you excited to make that content. If you're going out and saying, well, I really don't want to bring out my M50 today because it's pain, it's so much slower to use than my Osmo Pocket, that's going to translate in your videos. And so you want to use the gear that excites you, that makes you excited to create content, or else people will become disinterested in your videos. If you're disinterested in your content, your audience will be disinterested in your content. So there's so much more than just a black and white, does gear matter or does it not matter? Yes, gear does matter, but the main way that gear matters is gear that makes it easier and more exciting for you to create content. Well, that's it for this video. If you found it helpful or entertaining, or if you just want to support me and my family, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I'll see you all in the next video.